The greatest generation, definitely for a reason. And all week we've been sharing stories from World War II, the veterans especially, as we're remembering their service, and they're speaking about it as well. And tonight we're speaking with one veteran who lives in Western North Carolina. Ed Cottrell was in the U.S. Army Air Corps. We first showed you some of his story on Monday. He was training in Utah on D-Day, and he was sent overseas shortly after. Well, Fox Carolina's chief photojournalist Mark is showing us more about Ed Cottrell's life during and after the war.
We never talked about the war. All the kids that I coached from 1959 to 1980 never knew I was in the service because I never talked about it. I can remember on December 6th or 7th, the weather was really bad and the ceiling was about 500 feet. And we were called down to go on a mission, and everybody said, 500 feet ceiling, how can we fly? And our squadron commander said, we've got a very difficult mission. There are 12 of us that are going, and what we're going to do, while we're flying at treetop level. We're going to be about 300 feet above ground. And our mission is to skip bomb the Germans on one side of a battlefield and the Americans on the other side, and they're bogged down. We take off, and we're flying formation, 350 miles an hour, 300 feet above the ground, treetop level, snowing, cold, and we make a pass and turn around. We come back and we come in low. We drop our bombs on the soccer field. There's snow all over the bombs skip and go in, and we drop our bombs, come back home. My crew chief got me out of the cockpit, said, I want you to walk around the plane with me. And I walked around, and we counted over 35 bullet holes in the plane from small arms fire. That's how low we were to the ground. Now, I felt fortunate. I had no idea that those guns were hitting us. But that was a scary mission.
What's the mindset of a young Ed Cottrell as he's over there in Europe fighting this war? You're doing your part.
I got to do my job, but I want to survive. I want to make sure that I am prepared to do. I don't do anything crazy. The more we started to fly, the more we realized the impact that was happening. That when you start to go into briefing and then being debriefed, and they assign you where you're gonna, what your target's gonna be, and what you're gonna do, and you start to get out and do, you realize what's going on. It's and you just every day, every time you take off, you're excited. When you land, you thank the Lord you survived. And I know that about 20 years ago, we had our fighter group reunion, and we were sitting there around, and there were maybe 6 or 8 of us that were still living, and we said, it's time we start talking to the young people and get them to realize that if they don't start working together, this country's going to be in bad shape. I see more and more kids. I see more and more high school kids. I see more and more young kids. There's hope. I just hope that this world doesn't have stupid people that have visions of grandeur and try to influence their feelings on the rest of the people.